naitwa Pascal Obonye. Mimi naishi mtaa Katokera. Mimi kwa masomo yangu nilifika class 8. Mimi nafanya kazi ya artist, kutengeneza vitu tofauti kama bango, necklace, earrings. Nilijaribu kutafuta ile kazi naweza niajiri. Nikajaribu kutafuta nikachoka. Nikabidi sasa nikuje nijifunze tu hii. Angalau mimi naweza jiajiri peke yangu. Maisha wengi sana wamejiweka tu kwa mtaani, kazi yao ni kula tu miraa na kuhanda watu usiku. Unaona? Juu hawana job. Sasa ningependa tu kama wanaweza saidiwa upande wa business, sababu sasa hizi hakuna job ya kuajiri. Businesses ndio labda wapewe wasaidiwe.
Crosschange is a community resource. It is an initiative that was developed from a need that we acknowledged in different communities, and the objective is to serve the community. And I think that's what it will do in the long term.
Yeah, my name is Kenyan, and I currently work with Center for Transforming Mission. I direct the work here in Nairobi. Yeah, we have other stations around the world. I play the role of, I don't know whether to call it patron or something like that, because I direct the work. There's some relationship to that because somebody else is actually running it, but I sort of oversee some major aspects of it. This came as a need. It was a response to a need in our city. I have worked in places like Kibera. I've worked in with people in Mathare and Dandora, and one of the things that stands out for us is that from time to time we encounter a lot of youth who are idle, but they're not idle because they're not educated. A lot of them are in transition between high school to college, or they've just finished high school but they cannot make it to college for various reasons. And so because of that, we wanted to respond to a few of those youth, especially those who have done well and are on their way to college, but have a one-year period which is just laying there and they have nothing to fill it up with, and therefore we thought it would be good to keep them busy and give them some life skills that would propel them to the next stage in life or career. The hoped for impact would be that they would acquire the skills necessary for them to connect with the mainstream society in two ways. One is that by the time they actually join colleges, they would be having something to connect with their CV. They will have some life skills that they can readily apply in a workplace. They would have developed connections with their peers, who many times have no opportunity to actually connect with them, just because of their upbringing or places where they come from. They tend to be disadvantaged. For example, somebody whose parent is in the corporate world has already connection into the job market. Somebody from Kibera will have to be extremely bright. They must have probably scored A's and above and attracted the media attention and all sorts of attractions in order for them to actually make it so easily. And so what this program actually aims to achieve would be to actually ensure that these kids have, or the youth actually have, similar, if not better, opportunity to connect with the job market, with colleges, and to just develop their life skills.
I think the most challenging problem that our youth are experiencing is lack of education. Because with education, I think education is basic, and if they could have been educated in believe that at this point they will be well informed and they can take wrong choice, but not bad choices. Good choices, yeah.
Education is a challenge in that in the community we have different kinds of families and people. So also, if you don't engage yourself in education, you find yourself in peer pressure, which makes you do lots of things like taking of alcohol, engaging in prostitution and such kind of things.
Poverty makes some of the youth not go to school because their parents, they have to choose between education and food, and we know food is more important. Yeah.
Also on poverty, I would like to say it forces most of the youth to engage in some activities which are not wanting, like robbery, prostitution, burglary, because the situation in which they are at their home now, they cannot, it's not, or the situation is not, cannot sustain them, but they will be forced to engage in some activities which are not good, morally upright activities, to cater for their needs which they are required.
And some of the girls end up doing what? They end up just living, like they're in school, but they just see the situation at home and they decide to withdraw schooling so that they can take care of their siblings, their younger siblings, because the condition at home is not favoring them to be in school. So they do not have a choice but just to withdraw.
And maybe in conjunction to that, if I connect it to a boy child, the parents, they tried as well to educate them, find that the family background, for instance, they were having much money, but maybe after completing education, a student may just start be lazy, ignorant enough, maybe after years got the document to look for jobs, they just assume that my parents have got enough money, but instead of looking for job, taking the next step in his or her life, it starts to be lazy, become ignorant, and start committing some norms out there.
Because it's a new program, we have faced some challenges with raising up funds to start it. But overall, everybody that we've shared the program with, we have a well-developed plan for it. For everybody who has seen it, they've actually thought that it's a very good program and that it's workable. And actually, for the past 2 months or so that we initiated the program, we have seen some really tangible and positive results that are coming out of the youth that we've engaged.